Hey, welcome back. So if you're new here or if you're not new, you might notice I have some fairly new equipment here, especially a new camera. Now you guys can watch me in HD. If you guys haven't seen it yet, check out the pinned comment in my left or right. I don't really know where I am right now, but check out the pinned comment. It'll show you some of my preliminary analysis on the company, and obviously disclosure. I do have a stake in this company, so I do have shares out there, and obviously, if you guys can leave me a like, leave me a sub, especially leave me a comment, it would help me out tremendously. So a quick run to their Twitter. They updated today. They say that Hut 8 is now mining over $500,000 of Bitcoin a day and hodling all of it, which is fantastic news. They also put out a production update in the August monthly update. They say they are mining about 10.5 Bitcoins per day after the upward network difficulty adjustment. Basically, the network difficulty became higher because all the miners that were in China are now going back online in other places and so forth. Therefore, you guys, if you guys have watched this far, you guys know what I'm talking about. But 100% of the Bitcoin mined is deposited in their custody. There's about 4,500 Bitcoin held in reserve. And if you guys haven't seen the last video that I made about the situation, I'm going to do two shout outs. First one is to MillennialMotivator. His channel's linked down below. He was actually the one that found this, and I was very, against it at first, but when he was talking about it, I just couldn't help myself, and I started looking at it, and I was just like, I still don't know, and stuff like that. And his point was that he doesn't think that the Bitcoin that they're holding is reflected in their balance sheet, and therefore there's a probability that the stock might actually be undervalued compared to all the other miners and stuff like that. Because if you compare this to like Mara and everything, especially with the miners that Hut 8 has coming online in Q4 and everything, this should be slightly higher than where it is, especially given where Bitcoin is and everything, right? And I won't lie, I was a little defiant of this because I was like, that can't be real, gap processes and stuff like that. It's a very straightforward thing or whatever, right? But second shout out to Heresy Financial, Joe. Love your videos, by the way. You also mentioned some of the companies like Tesla, for example, buying a bunch of Bitcoin and putting it into the balance sheet. And you were talking about non-GAAP and GAAP practices. And essentially, Bitcoin wasn't viewed as a tangible asset. And I can't remember the full definition of it, but it wasn't a tangible asset and it wasn't a traded security for the most part. So therefore, it wasn't required to be reported on any of their balance sheets, which secretly is funny because if that's actually the case, then there's a lot of companies who are diving straight into Bitcoin who are actually more undervalued than what they display in the balance sheets, if that nuance is true. Whether if it's true or not, so far from what I'm seeing, it might be true. But again, you guys have to do your own research on the subject. I'm not going to tell you what to do and what to invest in and so forth. This is just what I'm invested in as a defense against inflation. There are a lot of sort of avenues to essentially hedge against inflation, not just one. This is just the path I took. You guys don't have to follow my path exactly. I encourage you guys to do your own research. My goal is to just give you just another avenue to consider and to think about. There's obviously other avenues like precious metals, energy, and stuff like real estate. I'm not an expert in any of these ones, but I am interested in energy. But I'm just going to speak very frankly. I'm not too motivated this week because of what happened in my personal life and everything. If you guys want to know, or if you guys really want to know, I don't think you guys do, but it's going to be up in the video directly after this. But I just want to say thank you for 350 subscribers. I didn't think I would actually make it past 20 or anything like that, and having to start again is not fun. And hell, I'm going to give it my all this year. It's been a wild year. I'm very touched. But I guess there's nothing left to say in this video, but to see you in the next one. And just remember, just because you're a day trader doesn't mean you have to trade every single day.